All right. Well, hey, everybody. Pastor Mike and Pastor Nicole, and we're here to talk about our organizational restructuring that we're going through here at Good Hope Church. So thank you for being here with us.
So why are we doing this?
Why? That's an excellent question, Nicole. The reason why we're doing this restructuring is because I feel like it's key to us doing the Great Commission. Our goal is to reach the world for Christ, to bring the gospel to as many people as we possibly can. And that's part of our vision. Reach up, rise up, reach out. We want to connect with God, grow in our faith, make a difference in this world. And so we see this as an avenue to be able to make more of a difference.
So what exactly is this?
Okay, that's another great question. So the thing that we want to do is what we've been calling a collocation model. And it's something different churches are doing in different ways, and we'll have our own particular spin on it. But it's like one church in multiple locations.
Okay.
Just like Good Hope started at one service on Sunday morning, then it was 2 services, now it's 3 services. It's like adding services, but at other places. So we would have one church, multiple locations, and this can bring a lot of benefits. You don't have to build a huge church building to keep all the people. You can actually have people in different buildings that already exist. That can be an incredible cost savings. It can be very helpful for helping. Let's say we're in a community that's difficult to reach and it's unlikely to have a church that's going to be able to pay the pastor a full-time wage.
Yeah.
They could be able to get some of their salary from that location, but they can also work in the larger organization in another role. Like Pastor Mike Jurek would be a great example. He does maintenance, lights, and sound. He could be the pastor in Alborn, but also do maintenance, lights, and sound for all the locations, get some salary from that, some salary from Alborn. Now we're able to have viable ministry in a rural location where it'd be difficult to pay a full salary. And I also think that this co-location model allows for the ministry people to match their gift set more effectively. So you might have someone who has more of an evangelistic, groundbreaking gifting, and they can go do that. Another person may have a more pastoral gifting where they are great working with people, and that would be someone who comes along a little later after things are established. You also don't make the location pastor write bylaws or figure out liability insurance, policies and procedures, financial reports, all that stuff. Different people can handle those things, and then the individuals doing the ministry can more tightly match their gift set.
That sounds really good. So how exactly are we going to do this?
Okay, yeah. So we've actually tried some strategies before, and we're making an adjustment on the strategy. Our first major attempt at this co-location ministry was when we launched Good Hope Morgan Park in 2017.
Yeah.
And our system then was, hey, Pastor Corey, have at her. I hope it works well. We'll cheer for you from here. And that went pretty well, except I think one of the problems is Good Hope as a whole wasn't able to be as involved in Good Hope Morgan Park because specifically I was busy every week here in Cloquet, and then the team in Morgan Park is doing their work in Morgan Park, and it ended up kind of feeling separate, not like one church in 2 locations, but more like 2 separate churches.
Sure.
And now we're going to restructure, and Ryan is going to put some graphics up for you, but we've got our organizational flow chart where Pastor Mike is really the location pastor of Cloquet. We've got, Morgan Park, which we want to reopen. We've got Alborn. We've got our missions campus in Ball Club at Eagles Landing. We've got our potential new campus or location, I should say, in East Duluth, or more accurately, the Lakeside community, so Good Hope Lakeside. Now, instead of me always being in Cloquet and cheering for people in these other places, it would be that my job as the lead pastor would be separated from the location pastor in Cloquet, and then I would be able to lead the location pastor in Cloquet, also West Duluth when that gets going, Alborn, Eagles Landing, East Duluth, Lakeside, and be overseeing all of those at the same time. This allows me to be more present on Sunday mornings at those other locations and to focus on the startup phase of each location. So I can be there at the beginning and really be a catalyst for getting everything going, and then transition a location pastor who has greater pastoral giftings. Or like in Cloquet, I think Daniel has leadership giftings for the staff who have pastoral giftings. And so however it works in each location is fine. But it allows me to be there regularly at the start and then also to be able to follow up. Because like I'll still be coming to Cloquet like once a month and preaching in Cloquet, but I'll be able to be a lot more present when we start these locations than I would be in the old structure.
Did you feel like it was hard to give that time to Cloquet and to Morgan Park at that time? Like you were focused on Cloquet and then wishing you could have put more time into pouring into those campuses?
The thing that I felt when we were in the middle of the Morgan Park location was that I wanted to be there to help build the connection, but I couldn't be.
Yep.
And there were things that just didn't work as well because that connection wasn't strong.
Sure.
And I knew that was happening, but there wasn't anything I could do because I had to be here in Cloquet.
Right. So people have asked, am I going to lose my church?
So the short answer is no, of course not. However, it'll be a little different because we will have Daniel as the location pastor here in Cloquet. I'll still be preaching in Cloquet on a regular basis. It's still Good Hope Church. It's still Reach Up, Rise Up, Reach Out. It's still the staff. That's all the same. It's just a restructuring that puts me in a little different position to oversee things rather than be on the ground in Cloquet as much. So there is a difference, but Good Hope will have strong continuity, still be Good Hope Church.
Okay, good to know. So is everything okay at Good Hope Church?
Yes, everything is great. The only problem we have at Good Hope right now is we have so many staff that we need to add ministry. And that's a fantastic place to be. There's so many churches that are looking for more staff because they're short on staff. Exactly. We have a fantastic staff, and that means that we need to expand ministry. And that means this is a perfect time for this restructuring. So the church is healthy and strong, but we are in a position where we need to advance the kingdom of God, be part of the Great Commission, and add ministry because we have such strong staffing. So super excited to be part of that. So yeah, everything's going well. We're excited.
So what would you say if someone felt like this was a sudden thing that has been decided versus maybe something that you've been dreaming on for since the beginning?
I would say, this co-location model, this whole thing has been part of the plan since 2010 when we started. My role change is all of a sudden happening.
Right.
So that's going to feel very sudden. I was anticipating that the old model, hey, go have at her, stay warm and well fed. I hope it works out for you. Let us know, would work.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the right way. And so this is a little bit sudden with regards to my role change, but something did need to happen.
Yeah.
And so it's a little sudden, but this is just a change in strategy on our old vision plan from the beginning in 2010.
That's good clarification. So here's another question. What about Daniel's age? And isn't he a little young to be leading a campus?
Man. He is 24 years old. I feel like he's very mature for his age, but he's young.
Yeah.
And I think he's a good preacher. He's got a lot to learn. He's very wise. He's got a lot to learn. the thing about it is he's not the senior pastor of the church. He is under my leadership still. So it isn't that I'm gone and now Daniel's in. It's that I have been moved into a more of an oversight leadership role. And so I will continue to do that with Daniel, coach him along, help him learn and grow. And hopefully this will bring a perfect combination of an old man's wisdom and a young man's enthusiasm. And we'll be able to bring those two together and have wisdom and energy and enthusiasm.
Youth.
So yeah, bring some youth in but I'm still present. So it isn't that he's on his own. I'm still leading Good Hope Church.
Great.
And he is under my leadership. So that should help mitigate some of those issues that can come from youth.
Yeah, that's good. So can people still meet with you if they want to?
Oh, absolutely. I'm still Pastor Mike. I'm still part of, the leader, senior pastor of Good Hope Church, which includes Cloquet. So if you want to meet with me, let's get together. That's the way that goes. So yeah, I still want to be available to people, still want to be the pastor,
Yeah. And with it being staff heavy, you probably want to be able to have some of the other staff meeting with people too.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. One of the real bottlenecks you can have in ministry is if the ministry is centered around one person.
Yeah.
And I want to do what I can do, and I'll hopefully have solid impact and that sort of a thing. But it really isn't about having everything be centered around me. It's about empowering as many pastors and staff and locations as possible so we can get more and more ministry done and not have me be the bottleneck.
Yeah, just grow the kingdom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So one last question I have for you is, what if I want to hear Pastor Mike every week?
Well, if you want to hear me every week, I'm still going to be preaching as much as I do now, just not always in the same location.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll still be preaching every week. I'll go on vacation and stuff, that'll be that sort of a thing, but I'm still going to preach every week. If you want to come to the Lakeside location, East Duluth, Lakeside, Glenwood, and listen to me, you're free to do that. It's one church. You don't have to only go to the 6:30 Saturday service. You don't only have to be in one location. You can come with me wherever I might be. We'd love to have you. So that's the answer there. Yeah, absolutely. Go to whatever location works for you that time, and we'd love to have you come into church, wherever it is.
Well, that sounds really good, Pastor Mike. Thank you so much for taking time to clarify. I know we've had questions, and we just wanted to get some content out there to just help people understand more of what's going on. So how can people get a hold of you?
So the easiest way to get a hold of me is my email, pastormike@goodhope.ag. That's the best way to get a hold of me if you want to have a meeting, or let's say you're interested in helping with one of the locations, or you have an idea for a new location that Good Hope might be able to go into. I want to have all those connections, all that information. pastormike@goodhope.ag is the best way to get a hold of me.
Great. All right.
Thanks, Pastor Nicole. Appreciate you being here and helping with this. And God bless you. Have a wonderful day.